The Shelbourne Clinic presents the Comeback Athlete of the Month. Each month, the Shelbourne Clinic and IHSAA recognize an athlete who's returned to the field from a knee injury. To see this month's and previous winners, click on the Shelbourne logo on the home page. 27-18 remaining here in the first half of play. Stapleton now gets a return header on the play. Good combination that time off the header, but it didn't click. Now good give and go here in the midfield third on the play for Dylan Wiley. That's thwarted on the play by double deuce Matt Fain. The official got the worst of that one on a laser beam. Now with 26:58 remaining, they battle in the midfield third circle. Now Mike Assell will go back to the far side, and the Eagles will regroup offensively, trying to get it on the plate of Harrison Petts, but again he draws coverage that time by Emil Garcia, the sweeper-stopper for the Tigers. Now Corrado. Nice through ball off the far side, but a good job of coming back defensively by the Tigers. 26:32 remaining here in a scoreless first half. Tigers come back on the offense looking for Lakowick. Great job of sealing off defensively by the Eagles' Blake Elliott, and he did a good job there, Coach, avoiding a corner. And company will head towards the goal. Here's the cross to the far side. Again, a great job defensively of knocking it out there. And just from observation standpoint here in the early going, Coach, great job by number 10, Carter Mikesell, a 6'1 junior, of using his height to his advantage on those crosses.
Yeah, he's pretty much dominated when the corners have come in, with the exception of the first one. So
everybody again packing it inside in front of goalkeeper Max Knorr, knocked down to the defense and now cleared out of there again by the aforementioned Mikesell. Now a double deuce header by Matt Fain as they come back offensively for Evansville Memorial. The girls from Evansville Memorial have completed their first half of the mission of getting boys and girls titles early. As you take a look now at double deuce Matt Fain, a 5'10 senior, with the run-up here on the near touchline with 24:49 remaining in the first half, and now a foul on the Tigers. For Zionsville, number 8, Matt Eggleston. Eggleston, a 5'11 senior, 1 goal and 1 assist this season for the Eagles. Zionsville not scored on. They've had 5 shutouts in the playoffs this season. 6 shutouts, check that. And then with earlier, with their shutout, make it 7. Through ball now to Lakowiecki for the Tigers, a little bit too far. And again, Noblesville just lets the action come to them in the midfield third and the defensive end, not panicking at all. Now Fain's pass knocked down defensively by number 13, that's Wurzman. Weston's pass, though, intercepted. Right now the team's just playing soccer in the midfield third, trying to get any kind of combination they can. And your point well taken, Coach Little, that right now they're bottling up Harrison Petts in the offensive third. Beautiful cross off the right wing by Corrado for his 23rd assist. The Tigers are getting set to go to the bench with Andy Deal, a 5'8 junior, along with number 13, Travis Latta. And Latta had some work earlier today as well, a 5'11 senior. 23-13 remaining in a scoreless first half. Chest pass now into the midfield third to Mares. Mares looking into the midfield third. Chip pass for Petts. Harrison now off the left side on the play, working his magic outside the 18. Here's his cross on the play. Good job that time by Garcia to get in there. And finally the Tigers get it away. But Petts that time showing how he's such a dangerous offensive player, not only from a goal-scoring standpoint, but setting up his teammates.
All right, it went from Mares to Corrado to Petts, back looking for Mares, so that's the key for Zionsville.
Now the ball with a far touchline off the right foot of Casey Yacht. 22-20 remaining in the first half of play of a scoreless tie here in this 15th annual Boys Soccer State Championship from Coon Stadium. Evansville Memorial dressed in their blue jerseys with the white trunks and the blue socks and white trim, and the Zionsville Eagles in their white jerseys with the forest green and silver trim. Now Max Knorr will scoop up the loose soccer ball and go with the goal kick. And the Shelbourne Clinic presents the Comeback Athlete of the Month. Each month, the Shelbourne Clinic and IHSAA recognize an athlete who's returned to the field from a knee injury. To see this month's and previous winners, click on the Shelbourne logo on the webpage. 21:39 remaining here in the first half of play. Petts now 1-on-2, working his magic. Beautiful pass to himself. But now the reverse pass comes back into the midfield circle. Will Deal controls for the Tigers, moving from right to left with the blue jersey. Trying to turn on the afterburners here on the left side. Trying to get by Mikesell. Got knocked down on the play. And they say play on. This is soccer, guys. Midfield third to Fain. Fain now off the left wing looking on the play for Lakawecki. Good job of sealing off the left wing by Blake Elliott for the Eagles, and he gets some help defensively by Zionsville. Back to the midfield third now as they're looking for a long pass to Corrado. Now good job by Garcia to seal off and gets help from Trev Wilgus coming up as a fifth defender for the Tigers defense.
We're certainly getting into action here.
Yes, we are. Great job in between the 20s, as they say in football. But right now, the Tigers trying to break that spell, looking for Deal on the right side. And again, a good job of sealing off defensively because he's going to go to the bench. Number 12, Kyle McCarthy, is going to come into the lineup now for the Eagles, along with number 7, Alex Sanchez Felix. Exactly 20 minutes remaining here in the first half of play in a scoreless tie, as Evansville Memorial continuing their quest for potential boys and girls state championships in the same season for the same school. Carmel was close to it, as we talked about earlier, but couldn't quite get the job done. But the boys and girls earlier today picked up boys and girls cross-country state championships. Now the ball at the 18, knocked out of the defense by the Eagle defense with 19:37 remaining in the first half. Good effort that time by Fain to keep it in bounds, but the Eagles control in the midfield third to Corrado. Ground ball attack knocked down by McCord for the Tigers, and they now come back to the midfield third to the Eagles, moving from left to right with Dylan Wiley. Smartly now to Corrado. Got his feet, but couldn't get past the sliding Stapleton for the Tigers. Every inch of real estate being battled out here in this boys state championship match. Now a nice steal in the midfield third on the play by the Tigers' Travis Latta. Latta now trying to get the left foot free with a shot past a diving Nor to the far side on the set pieces that the Tigers have put into the 6. 18:30 remaining here in the first half of play. Again, you see that great crowd on the far sideline on the east stands here. We probably got close to about 4,000 here today at Kuntz.
There's always a great crowd when the high school sports are here in the state finals. You got two teams that are well supported by their fans and hard work.
Yeah, a lot of buses coming down here from Evansville. Now Petch lining it up on the play on the shot. It went off the side of the net that time. Tennyson. Yeah, those two young guys, boy, they could play. And this Petz is right up there with them.
Well, he's just a true scorer, and they're so hard to find.
Now the ball in the offensive third on the play. Back to the defense, trying to get a bicycle kick and avoid the corner. Doing a great job that time was Blake Elliott for the Eagles. Now a steal in the midfield third on the play. Spinorama move in the offensive third for King. Austin's pass, though, intercepted by the Eagles with 17:15 remaining here in a scoreless first half of play. They move now right in front of the east stands on the far side here at Kuntz Stadium. Spinorama move by Petz, avoids the slide tackle. Referee says play on in the midfield circle. Looking off to the right wing as the Eagles build smartly from left to right to Eggleston. It's now Corrado, nice pass back over to Eggleston. Trying to get the right foot free with a cross. Here it comes at the 18, knocked down to the defense by the Tigers. 16:47 remaining in a scoreless first half. Eagles now will build now from left to right as they come up on the left wing looking for Petz. Harrison trying to get the right foot free. They try to go give and go at the 18. They had him free on the play, but they couldn't quite get the give and the go on that one as number 2, Dylan Maris, was trying to set up the striker for the Eagles. East corner of the stadium here at Kuntz. Long free kick now outside the 18, knocked down by the Eagle defense with 16:22. Now a long moonshot. Nor elects to stay back between the pipes. Here's a header opportunity. Actually went off Lakawecki instead of the Zionsville defense. So a little bit too many blue jerseys in there outside the 6. Into the ball game now for Evansville Memorial. Number 6. Check that. Number 15 in for them, and that is That's a Zach Pfeiffer into the ballgame now for Zionsville. And now Wilgus is just going to come out and play the extra defender and knock it over the near touchline.
And when 15's in, he provides a lot of energy for him up front. Chases a lot of balls.
Now here's Petz. Long cross on the play. A little bit too far on the left wing. And a good job by Wilgus to come out and recognize that attempt.